At my cousin's engagement party, after being exposed for trying to break them up, her ex-best friend screamed at me, "Delete that footage or I'll say you hit me." Guests fell silent. I smiled, turned, and gestured toward the venue's security cameras, which had been recording everything. Before she could make another scene, she was slammed with a defamation lawsuit so fast that she collapsed screaming in front of guests, a breakdown that hit TikTok within hours, gaining millions of views. I'm not a confrontational person, never have been, but sometimes the fight comes to you, and when it does, you'd better be ready to respond. That night, I was. My name's Tyler. I'm 32 and live in Fort Worth, Texas. I work freelance doing photography and video work, mostly for events, weddings, birthdays, and the occasional corporate gig. I'm the kind of guy who prefers to stand behind a camera and let other people take the spotlight. But what happened at my cousin Holly's engagement party made me the center of attention in a way I never expected. And it exposed someone who'd been smiling in everyone's face while trying to tear lives apart behind their backs. Let me start from the beginning. Holly and I were raised like siblings. Her mom and my mom are sisters, and after her dad passed from a stroke when we were both teenagers, she spent more time at our house than her own. She's family in every way that matters. Holly met Matt during college. Solid guy. Not flashy or loud, just kind, dependable, and crazy about her. They'd been together 5 years when he proposed during a weekend trip to Colorado. Holly came back glowing, crying happy tears, and immediately started planning the engagement party. She asked me to handle the filming and audio setup at the venue. I said yes without hesitation. I didn't know at the time how important those cameras would be. The party was booked at this upscale rental venue downtown. 2 floors, outdoor terrace, solid AV system, and security cams all over the property. I came early the day of the event to set up my own gear. GoPros in 3 corners, handheld DSLR, and mic hookups for speeches. The venue staff gave me full access to the feed too, since I was managing the media. That's when I saw her name on the guest list, Brittany K. Holly's ex-best friend. Now, I hadn't seen Brittany in months, and for good reason. The friendship between her and Holly had started to rot a long time ago. Holly didn't say much at first, but eventually she confided in me and our moms that Brittany had changed. It wasn't some simple falling out. It was deeper than that. Whenever Holly had good news, a job promotion, an anniversary with Matt, a trip she loved, Brittany found a way to make it about herself or cast doubt. "Are you sure Matt's really in love with you? I saw him talking to a girl at that bar last month." It's crazy how fast people settle when they're scared of being alone. Total toxic energy. The kind that doesn't hit all at once, but wears you down piece by piece. After the engagement was announced, Brittany got worse. Out of nowhere, she told Holly she needed to talk and dropped hints that Matt might be hiding something. Said a mutual friend claimed he'd flirted with her, but wouldn't give a name or a date. Holly asked me what I thought. I told her straight. Something smelled off. A week after that, I got a message from Brittany on Facebook. She wanted to meet for coffee. Said she had something important to tell me about Holly and Matt. That was weird already. We were never close. I didn't even answer right away. But then I figured, if this was part of some scheme, maybe I could get proof. So I agreed to meet. We went to a Starbucks near the university. I made sure my phone was recording audio before she even got out of her car. I put it on the table, screen down, camera pointed slightly toward her. She sat down and gave me this long, fake concerned look. Said she was worried about Holly, that she thought Matt might be cheating, and that she wanted to protect her. Then, she said something that made my skin crawl. She asked me to help her fake a video. She wanted me to record her crying and saying Matt had hit on her, and that she'd stayed silent because she didn't want to ruin the engagement. I was stunned. She actually said, if she hears it from me, she'll think I'm jealous. But if you show her the video, she'll believe it's real. I didn't say a word. Just let her keep talking, all of it going into the recording. After she left, I drove straight home and sent the audio file to my lawyer friend Dylan. Then I called Holly. When I told her everything and played the recording, she broke down crying. Said it finally made sense why things had felt so off with Brittany. She blocked Brittany the next day and told the venue to remove her from the guest list. Guess what? Brittany showed up anyway. The night of the party, everyone looked amazing. Holly wore this deep green dress that made her look like she stepped out of a magazine. Matt was in a dark blue suit. The mood was light, music was perfect, food was incredible. Guests were mingling, dancing, laughing. Then, around 8 p.m., I saw her. Brittany. She strutted in like nothing happened, wearing a silver sequin dress and a fake smile. I saw Holly's expression go blank when she noticed her. Her hand gripped Matt's arm. She must have RSVP'd using a different email. Holly hadn't even told Matt everything yet. She didn't want to ruin the night. I started recording her from the moment she stepped in. One of my GoPros caught her walking up to the gift table, laughing with guests, pretending to belong there. I decided to keep my distance. I figured if she acted out, the cameras would do the talking. I didn't expect her to come after me. Around 9 p.m., I stepped outside to the side terrace to take a break and check my camera syncs. That's when I heard heels behind me. I turned. It was Brittany. She looked pissed. "You need to delete that video," she said. "You have no idea what you've done." I didn't answer right away. I just stared. Then she raised her voice. "Delete that footage or I'll say you hit me." It was loud. Too loud. The music inside dipped right around that time, and people turned to the windows. I could see guests starting to head toward the door. I just stood there, calm, focused. I looked up, pointed to the blinking red light of the security camera mounted over the side entrance. "That's been recording since 5 o'clock, I said. "So has every other camera here." Her face went white. A few guests stepped outside. One of them was Teresa, a nurse friend of Holly's, and she immediately pulled out her phone and started recording. Brittany tried to change her tone. Wait. I didn't mean, he's lying too late." I didn't say another word. I walked back inside. 15 minutes later, right as speeches were about to start, Brittany got served. Dylan had rushed the paperwork and arranged for a process server to attend the party discreetly. The moment she was handed the documents, she crumpled, literally fell to the ground, wailing, screaming that she was being set up. People circled around. Phones were up. She was sobbing, crawling, yelling my name and Holly's. Then she passed out. Paramedics were called. They took her out on a stretcher, still sobbing. Someone posted the whole scene on TikTok. By the next morning, it had 3.1 million views. You'd think that would be the end of it. You'd think getting served at a party, passing out in front of 100 people, and going viral for threatening someone with a false assault claim would be rock bottom. But Brittany wasn't done. Not even close. The morning after the party, my phone blew up. I had text after text from random numbers, some calling me a liar, others threatening to expose me. I checked Facebook and saw someone had posted in a local Fort Worth gossip group. Something about me, abusing power, and editing footage to ruin a woman's life. I clicked the profile. It was Brittany's cousin, Alexis. A woman I barely knew but who had a loud online presence and love drama. I figured she was just trying to defend family. But it got worse. She posted a screenshot from my Instagram, a photo I'd posted 6 months ago of me with Holly at a family barbecue. Innocent stuff. But she added a caption accusing me of being obsessed with Holly and jealous of her happiness. Another post came the next day. This one had a poorly cropped screenshot of the video from Starbucks, the one where Brittany asked me to help fake a video. Alexis claimed I doctored it, that Brittany was acting out a scene, and I took it out of context. It was total garbage. But the posts were gaining traction. People I didn't know were tagging me, commenting on my business page, leaving 1-star reviews on my photography site saying things like "this guy sets women up" and "predator with a camera." I called Dylan. He was already ahead of it. He'd seen the posts and was preparing an additional suit against Brittany and Alexis for libel. Problem was, now we had to act fast. Once something catches fire online, it spreads. Then Holly called. Her voice was shaking. She said, "Tyler, you need to know something." Brittany. She got into Matt's phone. What? When? At the party. When she arrived, I didn't see it at first, but one of my friends just told me she saw Brittany hovering near the coat rack. That's where Matt left his jacket. His phone was in it. I felt my stomach drop. "She must have sent something," Holly whispered. I checked his texts. There's a message from him to me that I never saw. It says something weird, like, "I'm having doubts. Can we talk later alone?" My brain started spinning. Brittany had gotten into Matt's phone and texted Holly as him, hoping to stir doubt between them right before their big moment. "And there's more," Holly added. "Matt's job emailed him this morning. Someone sent an anonymous tip that he was using company funds for personal expenses. That's not true, right?" "Of course not. But now he's suspended until they sort it out." So Brittany's plan wasn't just about embarrassing Holly. She wanted to ruin everything: her relationship, her future, her reputation. And she was using every dirty trick in the book. We had to fight back. We compiled everything: the Starbucks recording, security footage from the party, my own GoPro angles, the TikToks, the social media posts from Alexis, the text message Brittany sent from Matt's phone, even screenshots showing Brittany had created burner accounts to leave fake reviews on my business. It was all going into the file. But that wasn't all. One of Holly's friends, Jenna, came forward with a message she'd gotten from Brittany months ago, back when Holly first started dating Matt. It said, "He's cute, but I don't think they'll last. I mean, if I wanted to, I could have him. Guys always look past Holly when I'm around." That message was from 3 years ago. It wasn't just jealousy. It wasn't just insecurity. It was obsession. A week after the engagement party, we learned that Brittany had checked herself into a mental wellness center in Austin. Her cousin Alexis posted a photo of her holding flowers and crying, saying she was recovering from emotional trauma caused by false accusations. That same week, her lawyer contacted Dylan. They wanted to settle, but we weren't ready to settle. Not yet. We thought we had everything: the video proof, the social media posts, the lies she told, the damage she tried to do. But Brittany had planted more bombs before her breakdown, ones we hadn't discovered yet. About 10 days after the party, I got a call from a woman named Denise. I didn't recognize the name. She said she found my number through my photography site and needed to talk. She sounded nervous. Said it was about Brittany. I told her she could speak freely. She paused, then said, "I think she used my name in something that could hurt your cousin." Denise had gone on 2 Tinder dates with Matt over 3 years ago, before he and Holly were exclusive. It never turned into anything serious, just a dinner and drinks, then ghosted. She moved on, got engaged herself. But 2 months before Holly's engagement party, Brittany messaged her out of nowhere on Instagram. She told Denise that Matt was a known cheater and that she needed help getting the truth out before another woman got hurt. Denise ignored her, but Brittany didn't stop. She faked an email address pretending to be Denise and sent anonymous tips to people in Holly's life, including one to Holly's church friend saying Matt had a secret side. She even used Denise's name in the friend who was hit on story she told me during that Starbucks meet. Denise had no idea, not until she saw the viral TikTok, recognized Brittany's face, and started digging. She told me, "I'm sorry I didn't say something sooner. I just didn't think she was serious." But when I saw she faked my name, I couldn't stay quiet. That blew the whole thing wide open. We added Denise's statement to the legal file. The case against Brittany wasn't just emotional manipulation anymore. It was impersonation, defamation, and potential identity fraud. And still, there was more. Matt got a call from his HR department. The anonymous tip accusing him of misusing company funds? It came from an encrypted email, but their IT team traced the metadata and matched it to a public Wi-Fi IP address used at a coffee shop. Guess who had posted an Instagram story from that same coffee shop the day the email was sent? Brittany. Her location tag was visible in the background. Same day, same time window. She was sloppy, maybe because she thought no one would catch her. Maybe because she was spiraling. Then we got hit with something unexpected. A cease and desist letter from Brittany's attorney. It accused me of unlawful surveillance, claimed my footage violated her privacy, and demanded I remove all posts or references to her. It also said that the TikTok video, which I didn't even post, had caused her mental anguish and was grounds for civil retaliation. Dylan laughed when he read it. "She's grasping," he said. "This is a smokescreen. She wants us to flinch." We didn't. Instead, Dylan countered with a notice. If she continued interfering with our professional and personal reputations, including filing false claims, we'd pursue not just damages, but criminal charges. And that's when Alexis went dark. She deleted all the fake posts. Her cousin Brittany suddenly dropped out of the wellness center and stopped responding to her lawyer. Something was coming. We just didn't know what. Then came the twist no one saw coming. One of Matt's coworkers, a guy named Eric, reached out privately. He said, "I think Brittany's been inside our building." Matt asked what he meant. Eric explained that about a month before the party, he'd seen a woman in the lobby pretending to wait for someone, wearing a ball cap and sunglasses. Thought she looked familiar, but didn't say anything. She was there for nearly an hour. When Matt showed him a photo of Brittany, Eric's face changed. That's her. That meant Brittany had stalked Matt. She'd found out where he worked, walked into the building pretending to wait for someone, and scouted the place. She wasn't just trying to break them up. She was watching them. We gave everything to Dylan. Now it wasn't just a defamation suit. We were talking criminal harassment. By the time we had everything in place, Brittany had gone quiet. No more fake accounts. No more cousin ranting on Facebook. No word from her lawyer either. It was like she vanished. But behind the scenes, the case was building strong. Dylan helped us file an official criminal harassment report with Fort Worth PD. Between the stalking at Matt's job, the impersonation of Denise, the fake reviews, the anonymous complaints, the false assault threat at the party, and the manipulation attempt, it was enough to get the DA's office involved. We weren't just suing now. We wanted charges. And we weren't the only ones. Denise also filed her own complaint. She was furious. Her name had been dragged into a lie, and her fiancé had started questioning their relationship when the gossip started spreading. Holly didn't want revenge at first. She wanted to move on. But once Matt's job officially suspended him, a company he'd worked at for 6 years without a single problem, she changed her mind. This isn't just drama anymore, she told me. She tried to destroy us. The criminal case took months to process, but when it finally went to court, the courtroom was packed. Holly and Matt were there. I was there. So were Matt's coworkers, Denise, and even a couple of venue staff members who'd witnessed the breakdown at the party. Brittany walked in looking nothing like herself. She'd lost weight, wore oversized clothes, and wouldn't make eye contact with anyone. Her lawyer tried to argue mental instability, that she had suffered a breakdown and needed treatment, not punishment. But the evidence said otherwise. The Starbucks recording, the security footage, the TikTok meltdown, the fake email to Matt's company, the impersonation of Denise, the text sent from Matt's phone, the social media attacks. The jury took less than 3 hours to decide. Guilty on multiple counts: harassment, identity fraud, defamation, and filing a false report. Her plea deal dropped the felony charge down to a misdemeanor with probation, but the civil suit moved forward. She was ordered to pay damages, to Matt for career loss, to Denise for reputational damage, and to me for slander and loss of business. She filed bankruptcy a month later. But here's the thing. Even after we won, I didn't feel good. I lost months of work. My business took a hit. People still whisper online. I had to rebuild my name from scratch. Holly and Matt postponed their wedding, not because they were unsure, but because the stress was too much. And yeah, I made one mistake too. When I first got that message from Brittany, I should have gone straight to Holly. I waited, played it too safe, thought I could handle it without causing drama. I let her come to that party. If I had warned security, if I'd blocked her out completely, maybe Matt's job wouldn't have been dragged into it. Maybe none of that would have happened. But I wanted proof. I wanted a perfect catch. I got it. And it cost more than I expected. Holly and Matt finally did get married. Small ceremony. Just close friends and family. I filmed it, of course. Cried through most of it. Not because it was sad, but because they made it through hell and still chose each other. As for Brittany, last I heard, she moved to Arizona. Lives with an aunt. Changed her name online. Still blaming everyone else. The TikTok? Still up. 12.4 million views now. Every once in a while, I scroll through the comments. One of them says, "Don't mess with the quiet guy with the camera." Damn right.